get the
Why are
plasma.
they always spinning blood round? It's for everything, cures everything. Just put blood in, spin it round, cures it.
You're thinking of sperm. You're thinking of gender selection.
What? It's always spinning round.
That's what they do.
Is that a thing?
Like my personal shopper at Net-a-Porter. She never answers on a weekend. All past 6.
Wow.
All past 6.
Cheeky bitch.
That is outrageous, babe.
I'm like, there's
How
nothing
do you
personal
cope?
about this shopping experience. We were even talking about, being free again. Even Pete's going to be like nearly 60 by the time Ralph's dead.
What a morbid thought that is. Subscribe and comment to be in with a chance of winning this Remember My Name, Abbey Clancy debut novel, Unashamed Fun, He Magazine.
Hello and welcome to the Therapy Crouch with me, Abbey Clancy.
And me, Peter Crouch.
Hello.
You all right?
I'm all right.
How you feeling today?
I'm feeling a bit sweaty.
Yeah.
It's hot,
A little bit hot, yeah. It's hot at the moment.
isn't it?
It's good though. It's like summer's arrived.
Summer's here.
Yeah, it certainly
You
has.
feeling sweaty, Ross?
I am feeling sweaty Betty.
So, Ross, you've just moved into your new house.
Yeah.
How's it going?
It's good. Had a bit of murder on the first day already, but we've powered through it. It's a nice, really nice place to
Talk
live.
us through it.
It's like it's a bit like...
The argument.
Oh, the
I want to know the goss.
Basically, you don't do anything. I've sorted everything for this house. You don't listen to a word I say. You should have got this when I told you to. How do you not fucking listen to a fucking word I say? You're useless. Fucking don't speak to me.
It's like a broken record, isn't
Yeah,
it?
so I just walked out the house for a full day.
Where did you go?
I went to my old house to clean it and polyfill the walls. 'Cause this is me fucking useless who doesn't do anything.
Can you polyfill?
I can now.
Oh my God. I see that on Instagram. It looks so satisfying.
I fucking wasn't.
No need, is there, for all that?
No, but when you're in an adult relationship,
What, you have to
like
put
me
up
and
with
Pete,
that?
no, we're saying we don't do that. We never swear at each
Every
other.
day. You don't do anything. Useless. What do you do?
Do you remember last week's pod when Pete said he was going to do the post?
Yep.
Still hasn't done it.
Kelsey Priest.
He just doesn't want to do anything. He's like Kim Cattrall. She says she doesn't want to do anything where she's not having fun.
Totally agree. And I'm not ashamed of having that perspective on life. If you can, I will try all my... Obviously, there are things that you have to go through. But I think the majority of the time, you don't have to do things you don't want to do.
Mm.
Obviously, the post, that's a requirement. That's something that I need to do. But that build-up, obviously, we've been through this, but I will get round to doing it once I've had fun.
How are you coping anyway? How are you coping in this heat?
I like the heat, but I don't really go in the sun that much.
Not on podcast record days either.
Not on podcast record days. But I'm just gearing up for summer now. It's busy, end of school. There's plays, sports days,
Yeah.
end of year discos, speech days.
So much in the diary, isn't there, for kids?
So much in the diary for the kids, end of term. School trips. Sophia's on a camping trip.
Have you been invited to do a speech this year? You're a bit miffed last year when you didn't get called out to join.
No. That's a funny thing. That I went to Sophia's school the other day, and because she's moving up to upper third. And, when you're trying to act, professional and formal.
How did that work?
And then you realise you're on a podcast talking about bonk beats and everyone knows about it. It's a bit like, I do feel like it's a bit of a TARDIS. Like we sit in here and record this. And I think
It's going out.
No one hears it.
So many people hear it. So many people listen as well. I just can't believe it.
But thank you.
Yeah, we're not moaning.
No, it's good, but it's like you forget that it does. It does leave these four walls.
There's more than four walls in here.
Oh, it's this expression.
Huh?
Create a problem in an empty phone box, you.
Because it's a fully shaped room.
Okay.
You got
these 8 walls.
Yeah.
Any wines for me this week? Well, I've been a good boy.
You've been slightly good, but there's far too many shabbos going on. So I have to walk up the stairs now with my phone covering my bum.
What? Oh, shabbers. I thought you said showers.
No,
I
no,
thought
no.
it was the heat. Sorry.
No, I've been shabbering her quite prolifically. Then I just got into the mood of shabbering.
It's doing my head in there.
No,
You know, like walking up the stairs, like in fear.
I know. He shabbered you before. When I came into the house, I was like,
It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible.
It's horrible. It's not nice. It's not nice. So she was walking up the stairs and I was walking behind her. She could feel my presence. She had her phone just tucked into the prime shabber spot.
It's a good way of doing it, though.
You need to stop shabbering me. But yeah, my other weekly wine is just I've got boring packing to do.
Yeah, I mean, I could whine about that. The pack chat is phenomenal. Like when we're this time of year, like we go away, you know, the kids have trips, a hell of a lot of packing. I know it's a lot for you to do, but there's a lot of conversations about packing.
I've packed all the boys' bag and the cat peed in the bag.
Does that regularly, that?
All brand new clothes.
Oh, no.
Cat pee. Case had to go in the bin. It's just a nightmare.
Yeah, you have to put towels over this if you lay it out.
Cat wee stinks as well, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It really
well, she's
does.
got Alzheimer's and a thyroid problem. So she just can't control it anymore, unfortunately. Yeah, that was annoying.
Yeah, that is annoying.
That is a
annoying.
weekly wine, to be fair.
Certainly is. All right, let's get into the audience wine, shall we? Should we start with an audience shine? Just perk this up a little bit. Hi, Abbey and Pete. Wanted to share my weekly shine. Me and my girlfriend Kelsey have been travelling around Australia for the last year. Our trip is sadly coming to an end.
So many Australians knocking about, isn't there?
But they like the pod. They're into it.
They got banter.
Similar sense of humour. I think the Australians to
Yeah.
the Brits, haven't they?
We found that. We've done some amazing things and created lots of incredible memories. This trip wouldn't have been the same without her. I'm lucky to have spent the 5 years with her. P.S. For the last month, we've been on our Max and Paddy road trip along the coast. Your podcast has been on non-stop, proving endless laughs during the long drives. We love every episode. That's from two Scousers around their trip in Australia.
Oh, I love that. I'd love to do a road trip with you.
Yeah, that would be definitely, like when the kids are old
It's
enough.
not going to happen now, is it?
When the kids are old
Like
enough.
we
we'll
were
go.
even talking about, you know, being free again. Even Pete's going to be like nearly 60 by the time Ralph's dead.
What a morbid thought that is.
You know, if he lasts to 14, you'll be what? 56. 56.
That's not nearly 60, to be fair.
No, and also
56
That's
is-
your mid-50s.
we
Yeah,
know
but
people
it's-
in our 60s in their 60s that are great.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying,
You don't want to go on a road trip with me when I'm 60.
not if you're bald. At 60.
You won't go
away.
on a road trip with me if I'm bald.
No,
Why?
I'm joking.
Can
I
put a
will.
wig on.
Oh my God, I forgot to tell you this actually. My friend's husband got this treatment on his hair. Like
Got the
this
same hair,
PRP.
absolutely. If I've got loads of
This
hair.
PRP treatment where they take your own blood, spin it round in some contraption, get the
Why are they
plasma.
always spinning blood round? For everything, cures everything. Just put blood in, spin it round, cures it.
You're thinking of sperm. You're thinking of gender
Everything
selection.
What? It's always spinning round.
That's what they do.
Is that a thing?
So when you do, I don't know if it's like, yeah, it's like they take the sperm, they spin it round. Don't quote me on this completely, but it's something along the lines of they get the sperm, they spin it round, like the male sperm floats, and then they scoop it out, and then that's when you can have a
Really?
gender selection.
There is, yeah,
Wow.
apparently so.
You're like frigging Dr. Quinn medicine woman, aren't you?
I know.
These like weird facts.
But anyway, yeah, he's had this thing into it. So they take spin the blood, take out the plasma, and inject it into your scalp. And the results have been incredible.
Has he got a full wig now?
Yeah.
Worked. It's interesting, isn't it? You've got to cover all bases, haven't you?
So I booked you in. Next time I spell.
What are you putting me in for? I can't-
Because I was reading about male hair loss, and I think you can save it if it's at the top, but the receding one, you have to get that quick, because if all the hair follicles are gone, you can't get them back.
All right, man. Will you let me know about your friend? Like, find
Will you
out
let
some
me know
information?
yourself? Watch your space. I'm going to book them in.
All right, and then we'll go on the road trip, can we? If I've got a full head of hair.
Blowing in the wind.
Yeah. Is that what you
Nice
want?
convertible Cadillac, Route 66.
That would be great. That is something that I would love to do with you. Like go on a road trip like that. Just somewhere amazing.
But I'd even like to do like the Italian coast
Oh, imagine.
and do all of
Wouldn't you ever get a big Winnebago with the kids and all that as well and do like one of them?
yeah,
Yeah,
but
wouldn't-
Ross.
And it's like the older.
That's not a
isn't it?
holiday, is it? Really,
No,
I
it
suppose?
is. It's like anything with kids. The idea is far from the reality.
Okay.
You know, even going to Lion Lodge, Port Lymph, like how incredible. Let's wake up next to looking at the lions. Absolute murder. Fighting in the car, fighting over iPads, killing each other.
Yeah, I agree. Leave them at home.
Obviously, Sophia's on her camping trip. We've never done it. I think it could be good to get like all your friends and do like a big camping thing around the fire. Because imagine if you had weather like this.
It would be
Just
good, yeah.
barbecues,
South of
playing
France.
games,
I think it'd be great.
little game of rounders,
Just outdoors all day, every day.
bit of fly fishing.
Yeah. As I say, I like the reality is not,
You fly fishing?
I've fished before
What have you fished? Or with your dad?
in Finland.
Oh, yeah.
ice fishing.
Ice fishing.
That looks cool, to be fair.
It was good fun actually. Skidoos were more fun.
I've been fishing in the Maldives, which was the most ridiculous thing because you're literally in the water swimming. When you swim in the sea, there's 7 million fish with you. Go on a boat to catch a fish. It's not one.
I went out deep sea fishing with Sophia early one morning. That was brilliant.
Didn't you catch a barracuda?
No, it was a I can't remember the name of the fish. It was long though, about that big.
Really?
Great, yeah. Got a picture of it. It was brilliant.
I've never been fishing.
Haven't you?
It's
I don't
actually,
think I've got the patience for it.
yeah, it took a long time. We got it on the way back.
Both on the way back.
Stopped off at M&S.
No, it was amazing. It was cool actually. I really enjoyed that day. All right, well that was a good shine. All right, hey both. I want to whine about bosses who do not respect boundaries. I work in a typical 9-to-5 office job, which I don't particularly love, but it pays the bills and lets me go and do the things that I love in my spare time, i.e. drinking and eating. But recently, we got a new head of department who thinks I'm basically his on-call bitch 24/7. He has no qualms in texting me as well after 5:30, sometimes up until 9 p.m. on weekdays. And recently, his new favourite party trick is to send me inspirational TED Talks, motivational speakers on the pissing weekend. I only get 2 days off a week, and when I'm not having anxiety-induced panic attacks over missed deadlines, and now he's trying to take that away from me. Please help.
That's not on, is it?
That's not on.
I don't think any job's 9 to 5. To be honest,
I haven't said to the lads here, right? I don't think
Especially in
that they
our
work
way.
on a 9-to-5 basis. And I'll say that we would call them, if we listen to the podcast or something, we would call them at 9. We'd think nothing, well, you would think nothing of call them at 9 p.m.
I called John at 7 a.m. up until 11 p.m.
But I do feel like that's the kind of like the nature of this game a little bit. Like,
Deadlines, isn't it?
Yeah, and like,
No, but we haven't got, our job is not a 9 to 5.
no, it's not 9 to, exactly, it's not a 9 to 5 job. Like,
You're not even out of bed at 9?
I haven't gone to bed at 9. But like, and also like there's other things like Isle of Wight and stuff like that. Like,
The flip side of that is, I'm presuming everyone's enjoying the job.
that's what I mean. Like, if the flip side of it, I'm saying is that we get to go to things like the Isle of Wight, or sometimes we get to go away with you.
Yeah, there's perks to the job.
Yeah, so
Just in our sheer presence. Twice a week.
As obviously,
just, you know,
a very good point. You know, you
Learned a
get
lot
to
from
be
you guys.
surrounded by good people. You get to hear
Imagine
this
having
gold
us-
live.
Imagine having us as your bosses. It's great, isn't it?
They are
There's only,
living.
there's only one thing I shout at you for.
who's that?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I go into the office and there's like dirty mugs. It's just not on. They're so scruffy. You know my chairs for Exhibit A. So I got these chairs, vintage 1970s from First Dibs. So you can imagine.
Oh,
Oh, you can imagine Pete.
1960s.
I have to imagine I've seen
50s, sorry, 50s.
real life.
And I come in and there's boxes and bags and full of shit on top of these chairs. These chairs are antique, unique pieces. Like, they just don't get it.
Yeah, well, I'm with you, babe. You know.
Go in, there's a freaking Great Dane in there.
Yeah.
But apart
It's too
from,
relaxed, isn't it? I mean, that's why they can deal. We allow them that space to grow and enjoy themselves at work, but expect a call at random times for that.
Or
for
no
that.
call at all.
Or no call whatsoever when you're trying to okay things.
Do you think he sounds like is he seeing her potential and is trying to give her a kick up the bum?
Potentially.
Does he fancy her?
There's plenty of things here. I mean, he wants to talk to her a lot. She's obviously good at her job because he wouldn't be constantly calling her to do things.
She might be shit at a job and he's trying to give her a kick up the ass before he fires her.
Yeah, oh God.
You can look at it.
I think if you're in an office job like that as well, though, and it is meant to be like 9 to 5, like texting on weekends and stuff like that, you need to give people this personal space, don't you? I think.
Yeah, agreed. But, you know, he needs to take some time off the weekend.
I hate it when I can't speak to people on the weekend. Like my personal shopper at Net-a-Porter. She never answers on the weekend. All past 6.
Wow.
All past 6.
Cheeky bitch.
That is outrageous, babe.
I'm like, there's
How
not
do you
personal
cope?
about this shopping experience. And see a fucking phone.
I can go in the shop myself when the kids are in school.
No, that's the thing. No, you can't go into a shop. It's online only.
Oh, right. Oh, God. That's outrageous, that is.
You'll have a word.
Some people, babe.
She does often text me, I do not work on weekends, as you know. She sent me that a million times.
Hi, Abby. As I've told you before in the past.
Yeah. Sometimes I just text her on a Sunday just in case she's got a work phone on her.
You're very spontaneous, though. I noticed, like, if you see a dress, that's getting sent to her regardless of what time it is. It wouldn't even enter your head. You wonder if she's working today. You're just straight.
Yeah, but to give her credit, she is incredible. Monday to Friday, 9 till 5.
As this girl is, I imagine. She doesn't want to be anything
Should
else.
she say something to this guy?
Just say, look, it's just the weekend, mate. Stop texting me. Joking.
And then he might be go, you're not serious about your job.
Yeah. She doesn't.
You know what springs into mind here? The Devil Wears Prada. Have you seen that film?
Yep.
It's like that kind of...
That's very intense, that, though.
Can I have a little sip of that?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
All right, let's move on. Hey, both. This might be a rogue one, but I thought I'd like to take a moment to wind up myself. Every couple of years, when I have to pay extortionate prices for my new mobile contract, I tell myself never again. Keep this one in good condition and either go pay as you go or just pay the SIM-only deal. Then every 2 years, these fucking gadgets suck me back in and I convince myself that I can't be left behind and need the latest smartphone with more memory and a better camera. I wouldn't mind as much if I could take a good photo, but all mine come out looking shit anyway.
Same.
And basically just use the device to send WhatsApp and make the odd phone call, all whilst paying well over $1,000 for the privilege. Why do I do this to myself?
God, I've got that exact same wind. You know, my background of my WhatsApps is a photograph that I'd sent to Peter of a Parker meter. Have I told you this?
I couldn't believe it, right? She was just going along like in life like this. I said, she was texting, I went, what? I said, what's your background? And it was, literally she'd taken a photo.
Because I haven't got the thing on my phone where you can do the pay and display.
That Ringo and like pay by phone app.
So Pete's got it. So I'll take a picture of the sign and say, Pete, can you do this for me? But somehow it's now the background of my WhatsApp messages.
Phenomenal.
And I'm like, how?
Unbelievable.
How did that even get there?
I just don't even know how these things happen. Like, I've got to say, mine changes every time, so I don't even know it's my phone. I go look at it and go, that's not my picture, that's not my phone. And because the kids have changed it so much.
I'm the same. You know, I'm not a technical person. I'm horrific at taking photographs.
But you like taking photographs and you like doing videos, so you do need a good camera.
Yeah, I like it, but they never look cool.
They're all the
You
same.
know, you look at some people's Instagram and everything they shot just looks so artistic and...
I kind of this person every year. It's like the best feature yet, the best photo camera. Like at some point, it's got to get to just like that's a good enough photo for me.
Oh yeah, I'm there at the moment. Like, I will not change this phone until like I've had to recently change my phone. I was gutted.
Yeah,
it's just a ball ache doing it. So like I'll have this phone now until that completely breaks, and then I'll just get the latest one if I can.
Yeah, that's the way I'm approaching it as well.
I can't believe that how much you need them.
I used to love my Ericsson Flip. Used to play Tetris on it. I absolutely loved it. And
the Nokia
do you remember
banana.
those tiny baby Nokias that were like that big?
Brilliant.
No,
Yeah, I don't remember that. Oh, like that big.
They were that big, tiny, and you could get them in blue or red.
but they work. Could you ring people off them?
It was a Nokia phone, like
Yeah,
mobile
just
phone.
text, phone. pictures it had as well.
I used to have this pink flip phone with like a screen on the front of it.
I got you that.
Yeah, and it would come up who was ringing you, and all the lights around it would light up all different colours. And when you used to ring baby cakes, you just don't know now.
What a ring.
Yeah, the good old days. But you use them for everything now. Like you don't have like laptops, computers. You can just do everything on the phone, can't you?
We've discussed this.
Most things.
We've never had a laptop.
I know, but you can do everything on the phone.
You don't need one with a phone,
No.
really, do you?
I remember Wayne Rooney was the first person I ever saw with an iPhone. Obviously, Bex did the iPod advert, didn't he? I remember that, and I was like, "What the hell is he doing?" He was running with no shirt on with the iPod. So that was groundbreaking. But then we all went away, and everyone had BlackBerry Messenger. Everyone had it. England team.
Send us your BBM pin.
And Wayne had an iPhone. I was like, that will never ever catch on. I said like that. How do you type? I said, I feel like I'd get that all wrong. Typing. He said, that's really good. And I was like,
Touch screen.
Yeah, touchscreen.
Touch screen.
Yeah. And he had
I
one.
prefer a button though, don't you?
I kind of know what you mean.
Well, I just didn't think it would catch on, but it did.
Go away.
Now, every single person on the planet.
Had a touch.
Got one?
Like, yeah. Blackberries, I mean, are they even still going?
I got my dad an iPad recently
Oh, yeah.
because he had his little Dell computer that he's.
He had that for so long, didn't he?
You know when people are just like stuck in the ways.
He used to have it on.
And I've said to him like constantly, I was like, let me get you an Apple laptop. No. He's like, I can buy myself one. I just love me Dell. And then I just couldn't cope with him on it. Like he sits there like going on like
He goes on all
YouTube,
Liverpool news.
look at it, football.
He goes on all the Liverpool news, all the football like transfer news.
He hasn't mentioned that iPad though. Every time I
Oh,
speak
I
to
reckon
him,
he's
it's like
still
he
on the
hasn't set
Dell.
it up.
Yeah, he definitely has. I mean, you should try and FaceTime him on it. Wasn't that why you bought it in the first place? You could FaceTime on it or something?
No, I got him an iPhone
Oh.
a few years ago.
He's definitely on the Dell, 100%.
He's definitely on that. That's definitely in the phone. He's probably sold that.
Somebody give it to Joe.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Gone down the lane.
What
All
were
right,
you
let's get
talking
into
about?
the pod. All right, let's get into the pod, shall we?
Yes.
All right, do you know what? It was Men's Health Week not so long ago.
Yeah.
And, we touch on a lot of female issues on this podcast. And Ross thought it'd be a good idea to discuss men's health.
What do you want to know, Rossi
Let's
boy?
hear it for the boys, I think.
Let's hear it for the boys. What do you want to know, guys?
Well, I don't know. It's it's important, isn't it? And I think certainly, like we always talk about mental health as well, but physical health. Men being better at opening up their feelings, talking.
Yeah.
We've discussed many a time on here how much you spend on talking to your friends on the phone about everything. Any problem, you discuss it and you hatch a plan how to change it. Whereas I think men in general carry a lot of their weight.
Yeah.
And they are seen it's not manly or it's not macho to share.
I think the younger generation are getting better though.
Yeah, I would say so. I think there's less of a taboo or stigma around it now, isn't there?
Yeah, it's like, I think now it's almost cool to open up. It's not perceived as weak.
I still think. I mean, I don't entirely feel like that personally. So I don't think that stigma's completely gone. I don't feel entirely comfortable opening up about everything. I think I'm much better at it now, and I know it definitely is better to talk openly and honestly. But I do still feel guarded.
Yeah, I think especially. Do you think that's especially coming from like a professional sporting athlete kind of background? Do you think do you think that carries more to it?
Yeah, I think I've had to put that persona on for my whole life, even when I've not felt it.
Yeah.
So that's very hard to take that mask off. I think I've kind of had that. I wouldn't even swap shirts with players
Really?
that I've respected or
Why?
loved because I didn't want to feel inferior to them. Like
Really?
Have you seen your six pack?
No, you're joking on about what my body looks like.
What are you doing?
I'm talking about. I'm talking about. I want a level playing field with you. I don't need your shirt.
Oh,
Because it looks like Beggy saying not because.
Yeah.
I thought you meant you did want to take it to.
In front of like Ronaldo.
You don't look that bad,
Give a
babe.
shit about that. Hey, but come on, you actually give me inferior complex now.
How am I supposed to
See,
know?
this is why I don't raise these things. You're fucking absolutely destroyed.
Excuse me, I just said, have you seen I think you've got the best body. Even when I posted pictures of Pete in, where were we? Sicily. Everyone was like, oh my God, Pete's body. Like I was getting girls sending me emojis with dribble mouths.
Must have been a good angle. Thanks,
Sorry,
babe.
I
No.
misunderstood.
No, that's why I don't open up anyway. Get absolutely fucking ridiculed.
Get laughed at.
No, but like I say, you do build up these defense mechanisms and they are hard to shake off. But I think things like this Men's Health Week, for instance, like other men sharing their stories and how much it's helped them, and I'll be honest with you, like I'm a glass half full person, but I do actually beneath the surface there are vulnerabilities, the same as absolutely everyone in the world. But yeah, my kind of defense mechanism is very much portraying humor, fun, let's everyone positivity. And that's the way of me counteracting the fact that maybe I might be feeling down at one day.
So what are you feeling down about then?
No, I'm not feeling nothing to feel down about at the moment. But there are certain issues, that you probably should talk about that you don't. And obviously that is where all the research lies. Is like, actually, no, it's like so much more important to talk about it.
Yeah.
Did they try and like educate you on that when you were still like playing and stuff like?
What they've got now is people you can talk to. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's definitely more. But I still think in a football dressing room, there's, I still think that unless someone had a real problem and came out and talked about it, that would be supported massively in the group.
Yeah.
If someone came out with any kind of big problem, I think that would be supported. But like
Day-to-day coping
stuff, like when I
mechanisms.
hear you talk about certain things that you might regard as trivial that could build up, you talk about them straight away.
Yeah.
Whereas I definitely wouldn't.
I actually, when I went to see my doctor over my full scan results, he was like, I think you should actually see someone for your health anxiety, because living like that every day must be horrendous.
Crippling.
Yeah, and it is. It's not every second of the day.
Yeah.
Or every day, but when it goes, it's bad, and you can catastrophize and spiral out of control.
I genuinely don't know how you live like that.
I know.
Like, I see it in you,
Yeah, but
like
you
you're
don't
holding like this.
worry about anything, do you?
I do though. I do worry, but I think all that worry, like I say, 99% of the time, that worry is doesn't come
Made
to
up.
fruition. So imagine having all
I know, but
that
even
baggage.
you saying that scares me. Do you know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Because that's
even
what
him
you're
saying
thinking
it-
about, the 0.1%,
Yeah.
that it does happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, you do have to have, like, I think, a bit of yin and yang. Like, if we were both like me, I think we wouldn't get, all the things, everything tested, everything.
But it's
checked.
it's hard, like when you kind of gut it, because I think with mental health problems, your mind can play tricks on you, and then you feel like sometimes you can't trust your gut instinct, because there's so many times my gut instinct has been correct. Like when Sophia had meningitis, I just knew instantly. Like, and she was only crying, like saying she's got a headache.
I kind of felt that though that time as well, didn't I? Like, I was like, usually I'm like, come on.
Have some Calpol
But I
or
was like, nah,
paracetamol.
Serious.
I'm with you on this. Yeah, like I did.
But it
I got
wasn't,
that.
she wasn't like so ill either. It was
Just a headache,
so
and
weird.
We did kind of that. We both knew that, I think. But I think there's been plenty of times where your anxiety has actually been correct. There has been times.
So then when you're worrying about something and you go, oh, I was right all the other times. I'm right this time. And then that's
Turn
when
around,
that's when it gets dangerous.
Yeah, I just wish I could take some of that burden that you have.
But that Mo Gauda was just incredible for this kind of
I don't
stuff.
feel like you took that on board.
I
You
have.
came back, said all the things that he said, and I agreed with, and I thought, put them into practice now.
Yeah, but I have, but it's not an overnight thing. It's not like one day you go, someone goes, oh yeah, don't worry, and you go, oh yeah, stupid worrying, and then you never worry again. It's a process, and it takes time, and you're rewiring your brain, and your thought process and like your subconscious to live in a different way. But nearly 40 years of being a certain way, that's not going to happen overnight.
That's exactly what I
and you
said about
also
the
have to
football.
put the work in yourself to make it better. But it does work when you do it.
Yeah. I'd really like you to kind
But
of.
you remember the guy Tim I went to see?
Mm.
Remember when I got hypnotised?
I don't remember that now.
Yeah. For child health anxiety.
He's great. A lot of people we know have seen this
Yeah,
guy.
because I was going to ask you about, like, especially like about the boys and stuff like that. Like, you're coming on to like children and stuff. Like, is there a way that you want to bring the boys up different to like how you are or were in the past, Pete, in terms of like being able to open up and speak and stuff like that?
Yeah, I'd like them to obviously be able to talk to me. I mean, I didn't share a lot with my parents at all.
No, me neither. But I think that's generational. I think we are very open in our house.
We've tried to make it like that. Obviously, like talk about everything. And I think that is obviously the best way to be. But maybe I didn't share anything.
I didn't, did you?
No, I'm a bit of a secret worrier. My mum calls me, I think. But I'm a bit like Pete in terms of like, my mum thinks that, but actually I'm just not worried about anything. It'll all be all right.
The secret warrior who's got no worries
Could
whatsoever.
happen. No, like I say, that philosophy on life that kind of like you can't comprehend is like, as long as you've lived your life to the maximum you have at this particular point, it's not the end of the world. Like, it is the end of the world because it is literally the end of the world. But
you've had an unusual life.
You've gone and done it, and
I
I feel that way, and I feel blessed to feel that way.
Yeah, but you have had a kind of an exceptional life from career-wise, which has changed your life and has taken away a lot of the worries that
people have.
Joe blogs have on a daily basis.
Yeah, and that's not lost on me at all.
And the dream job as well.
That's why I feel like that, you know what I mean? Because I feel like how many people, I feel great, like so blessed. Like, it's not lost on me that, like it's not a normal path, is it?
No. What for people who are maybe not in that position, then what do you think are the top things that they can do to kind of stay healthy mentally and physically?
Yeah, I think being active is so important. I think that like you say, we talk about mental health, but like physical health is half the battle, isn't it? That physical health affects your mental health. And I do think it is a huge, and there's so many, there's a million podcasts out there talking about this stuff and far more fucking
informed
than we are. I'm just telling you how I feel.
We're talking as normal people. We're not talking as health gurus or experts in mental health whatsoever. We're just talking about our personal experience, and sometimes that helps people anyway.
Yeah,
we're all so different, but again, we're at the same time we're all the same.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're laughing at. We are.
Sound like a U2 lyric or something like that.
We are one, but we're not the same. Carry each other. No, it's true though.
Yeah, totally right. Yeah, and but I do think that staying active, staying healthy, and I do feel people. Imagine people are on their own. You might listen to this podcast on their own.
Like lockdown, for example. Like, I've got so many friends who were completely isolated in lockdown, who were CEOs and top of their game job wise, and they
doesn't matter.
No,
they couldn't go and see anyone. They couldn't do the job.
Nearly killed them.
Yeah.
Lockdown, isolation.
Yeah, I think that human interaction is such an important thing, isn't it?
Even like just touch, like just someone touching you or holding your hand, or being tactile is so important. Get off me.
Get off me.
That doesn't mean any more
Shabba.
Yeah.
No, but even like with your kids, like you gotta cuddle your kids and hug them and kiss them.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's so many things. It's like finances, in it, overworking, relationships, family, physical health, weight, emotions, like just being pregnant, like you say, emotional. So many factors into people being well.
Mentally well.
Yeah, agreed. Hobbies is a good one as well. I think if you can pick up like a little group hobby, even if it's a book club or I don't know, sewing, whatever you want to do.
It's even like having the confidence to go out and do that. Like that takes like a bit of guts. Like my mum's like joined a netball team and she loves it.
Yeah.
Walk and netball.
She loves it.
It's like for the pensioners, but like my mum's like 64 or whatever, but looks incredible. Like she doesn't look like a... And she absolutely loves it. And then they all go for a coffee and all have a chat. And it's so important. But not a lot of people have the guts to do that, do they?
No. It takes a lot. It takes a lot. And you don't know what people are going through, do you?
The first step is the hardest, I think, in change.
Definitely right, yeah. But then you think about afterwards, you think, I've done it loads of times because you know what I do? I build up these problems.
God.
And I'm like, oh, I can't, Ab can see me worrying about this.
I just get his phone and text people on his behalf.
You know when an Abbey text comes in.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
All right, mate. Just wondering.
Thanks, geezer.
All right, Gee. She puts on the real, like, lad,
Nice one, lad.
chat. Nice one, lad.
Yeah, this is Abbey texting me. Yeah, this ain't Pete.
But like, when I do, you always say to me, you can't fucking do it. Do you know what I mean? And
I
then
don't say go and fucking do
I
it.
just pick up the phone and do it. And I've built it up so much. And when it's done, it's like the first step of, a new life. Yeah, just going, the first step is so, you build it up so much and you're so worried about it. And then when you've done it, you're like, why didn't I do that years before? Yeah, it's good that it's an important topic. I actually did that the Heads Up charity with Prince William. Like he's an ambassador for that for the kind of mental health and men's mental health. And we did that change room thing. It was like Thierry Henry and Train Genius, Gareth Southgate, the manager, Prince William. It was brilliant, and he's a big advocate.
He's so passionate about it, and I think like people like yourself, if you're opening up and speaking out for mental health, like people should follow. And
yeah, listen, it's a ongoing conversation, and it'll never be totally fixed, but it's out there, and things like this hopefully help. But let's help other people like we always do on this podcast on the Agony Abs.
Let's go.
Dear Abbey and Pete, I bloody love your podcast. Best podcast for a mile. Abbey, you look so beautiful each week, apart from the sweaty mess you are this week.
It's literally 9 million degrees in here, by the way. And we can't have any fans or aircon or anything on because of the sound. So I'm literally...
a sweaty mess.
Sweaty mess.
Anyway, I'm desperate for your opinions and advice that I've never written into a podcast before. Please help me. We moved into our beautiful dream home in 2019. The plan was renovations to be done in 2 years, which hasn't happened. Having builders here for almost 2 years was hell, but we only have 2 rooms left, the main lounge and the laundry room. My husband wanted to build...
That's the same as us.
The husband wanted to build a new triple garage for his many boy toys, and I said yes, but not until the house is finished. He agreed. So imagine my rage when a huge lorry arrived, full of all the stuff to build this triple garage. But it was his pathetic excuse that made my blood boil. He said, I can't build your laundry if I don't have anything here to work. Utter bollocks. Anyway, basically, we now have a beautiful new triple garage and my laundry room hasn't been touched. Yesterday, I was so angry. I sent him a text message saying the garage is to stop being fucked around with and start getting to my laundry room. He knew I was pissed off as he bought me flowers, something he very rarely does. He asked me where he should put them. I replied, in the laundry room, because that is where I spend most of my time. Am I being unreasonable or is he being a twat? 26 years together and 3 boys. I guess I just have to suck it up. Unless you guys have any suggestions. Kind regards, Emma from the Weir Forest.
I think Emma is completely in the right.
I thought you might.
She's got 3 boys. They're very smelly and dirty. And a husband also smelly and dirty. She needs a good laundry room. I'm sorry, but that's my favourite room in the house. And mine's not done. When I got my floor from Kendall Quality
We
Carpet.
redid the floor in there, didn't we?
No, it's not done, Pete. When I did the wooden floor, I didn't put it in the utility because I was going to put like a stone tile in there because that's where the dogs go. It's a bit more hard wearing.
Pete's entrance, yeah.
Pete's entrance.
Oh, yeah, I walked there.
Pete's private entrance to the back door. And
I'm always in there every day.
And it's not done.
Is it not? What's not done about it?
That's the old floor that's still on there.
Yeah, but my issue is here. Do you need there's a dirty washing going on it, dogs in there.
Clean washing.
There's dog food, water, ironing boards. Like, do you need a new floor in there? Really? You're not going to show it off to anyone?
I am, because it's off the kitchen. Like, everyone goes in there. It's not about that. It just needs to be done. And the
Why
thing
then?
is,
Why? But my question is why?
we don't need a lot of things in life, but it's something that I am passionate about. Like, you don't need that golf membership. You don't need
But I do those.
them lovely golf
My mental
clubs that
health.
you've got. You don't need You don't need 27 million cardigans in your wardrobe.
What will I wear on here in the winter months? Or even spring or autumn?
Piss off.
What I get it with her is that like she doesn't even have a laundry room. I get that.
She does.
She says
Not
she doesn't.
decorated.
Oh, it's just not decorated.
Yeah.
Oh, grow up then. God. If she's got a laundry room, come on.
All she needs really is a washing machine
What
and a
more do
clothes
you
horse. What more do you want?
need? I understand you having a nice one, definitely.
Do you mean a maiden?
Oh yeah, what you got? The clothes horse, call them.
Listen,
Okay.
I want you to have the best laundry room in the world.
Well, build me an extension.
You don't. Our laundry rooms are nice laundry rooms. Aren't
The only thing I'm going to say to this is, yeah, you might think she sounds like a princess, the way you accuse me of being a princess every day, but happy wife, happy life.
yeah. I think a laundry room needs to be done.
Good boy.
Not for us, for them. And but he wanted his triple garage. He's allowed his bins.
I'd love a triple garage.
Great, isn't it? Good luck to him, and good luck to hopefully you get that as well. There's a bit of give and take in relationships. Hi, Abbey and Pete. I love the podcast. Just purchased your book. Looking forward to reading it as I've been listening to the pod. I find Abbey quite relatable, so would love both of your advice on this one. I've been with my partner for 8 years now. We started dating when I was 16. It hasn't been smooth sailing, as you can imagine, being so young. We broke up for a few months, a few years back, but got back together. I've really struggled with trust in our relationship as this has been broken at times, but we have managed to get through it and stay together. Currently, I'm really struggling with my partner being on social media, as in the past I've seen messages to other girls before we broke up and searched on girls on Instagram. Thankfully, the messaging doesn't happen anymore, but recently I've seen a search history of girls wearing very little clothes. I've confronted him about this and told him that it makes me very insecure as I start to compare myself to others and fuels me not to trust him on his phone. He says that he does not want to change this and doesn't want to ruin our relationship.
Doesn't he?
Does want to
He
see.
does.
Oh,
want
sorry.
a fraudulent slip there, Pete. Fucking hell.
He doesn't want to change this. Fucking. Well, he does want to change this and doesn't want to ruin our relationship, but I find it difficult not to feel anxious at the thought of him on his phone. I'm not sure I have to overcome this, as I have to trust the process, Mikel Arteta, without being paranoid all the time. What are your thoughts on looking at other girls on social media? I can't wait to hear this one. Keep me anonymous.
What's Marcel Cartetta?
Arteta, that was one of his quotes, was trust the process, Arsenal manager.
I'd love to know your thoughts on this.
Well, she's asked for your thoughts first.
No, you tell me yours.
I think that looking at girls on social media is not a good thing to do for a relationship.
I agree.
I believe Ross, but I don't believe you.
No, I think it's not a good thing to do for a relationship, 100%. But do you look at men on social media?
No,
I don't believe you.
I don't. Genuinely.
I don't believe you.
Look at my...
Well, I
look
know
at
that's
my-
not true. So
Yeah,
because
you do.
no, I have, because I've seen you messaging people to various different
Oh, haircuts to Alfie.
haircuts to Elvie.
They're young, aren't they?
Social media is full of men looking hot and women looking hot, isn't it? Be honest. You can't get away from it. It's literally half of what it is. It's like everyone wants to look at their best. They don't even look like that in real life.
That's what I mean. You don't see people walking down the road looking like that.
But she's always going to feel insecure. But what you have to be is like, obviously, if he's liking posts and things like that, I don't think that's right.
I think there's
You can't, like, he's not a child. You can't limit what he looks at. But I don't think all like liking it and searching.
Yeah, I think
it,
you can
like,
you can like look and admire and whatever, do whatever, but like engaging, that's where it's a bit different, isn't it? Engaging in
100%,
the
that's
conversations.
they're not even in a relationship.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
your thoughts?
I think they like is 24, young guy.
Yeah.
boys definitely don't mature. And, you know, boys, I don't know. I think it is hard because obviously social media does have this perception of the perfect girl or the perfect guy, and everyone's body's perfect. Everyone's got the perfect tan, perfect bikini body, perfect hair.
And they've only taken like 20 shots to get that photo right.
No, they haven't taken 20 shots to get that photo, Pete. They just airbrush them to look like that and use apps. And there's loads of tricks that people do now.
Yeah.
And it's not reality. And that's also not good for mental health, and which is obviously, you know, proven with how this girl feels. I think she just needs to be honest and tell him.
Yeah, just like, you know, I don't feel secure, but then I don't think you can go down the route of like, you know, stopping him having it, or, you know, monitoring it, or sneaking away and looking at his phone. I don't like that's not a basis of a good relationship either.
And that'll just fuel fire to him being able to go, you're off your head, you're crazy, you're controlling and stuff like that, even though he's making it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also think getting together at 16 is too young, isn't it?
It's too young, yeah. Definitely too young.
You grow so much from, but then you say that there's so many people who were still together. Look at like Chris and Siddy.
Yeah, but we would have had, everyone's had their ups and downs, and like going through that. That's you're so young, aren't you?
It's like Sophia in like 2 years.
Yeah, like so young.
That's scary,
so much growing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the other thing. They might just be, you know, they've been together so young. They haven't really had time to
discover themselves, if you like.
discover themselves.
You like. But, you know, just shut it out. Yeah, I'm sure you'll get through this.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right. Hi, Abby, Crouch in the team. First of all, think you're legends and make the day-to-day work regime and commuting a lot more fun. So thank you.
Whoop, whoop.
Nice. I've been with my incredible girlfriend for just over 6 months now, but she's due to move away. Not outrageously far, but nevertheless, we won't have the bliss of being 15 minutes down the road from each other.
Oh,
Instead,
no.
a more like 2-hour drive. I appreciate it. This isn't half the world away, but how can I keep things exciting for her, us? And do you have any tips on maintaining a great relationship despite busy jobs and semi-distant distance? Bit of a mouthful it was, yes, correct. Chumbawamba, puddings is massive, and long live San Marino. Best wishes, Paul.
Oh no.
I like his ending there. It was good.
That was good.
Why is she moving away?
Work,
Get away from him.
busy job, but he loves her. Incredible girlfriend, he said. Just
I know. He
using
sounds
your
a bit,
phrase.
He's done that on purpose, hasn't he?
sounds a bit one-sided.
Oh, no, that's not true. No, she's got to work away. Like, people get jobs. It's only an hour and a
I
half.
couldn't even go to the Taylor Swift concert without you calling me. Tell me you were lonely.
I'm sending pictures on my own with a Taylor Swift hat on. Wish I was there.
He was like, can you please come home now? I'm so lonely.
Oh, you kept that quiet, Pete?
Whilst watching the match, having a few beers, and, you know,
On your
pizza with
own,
the
like
boys.
a proper man.
No, I was fine, but I did say when you came home it felt a bit weird because you went at like 3.
It's because I never go out. That's why you start freaking.
But well, it's nice. I do like having you home.
How can he keep this spice alive, you saying? In a long distance relationship.
It's FaceTime.
I've got a couple of ideas.
Sexy FaceTime.
Yeah, I mean, you know, would you advise doing the odd surprise visit 2.5 hours?
No.
What?
The call before.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Oh, you don't know? Do you imagine? Oh. Well,
Imagine the 2-hour drive back. Never mind the 2-hour drive there. Oh.
Something's not.
shudder to think.
Something's not sitting right with me for this.
Oh, I don't know.
Sad to say.
No, I think let's take it at
Have
face
you ever
value.
described me as an incredible girlfriend?
Always
I don't think you have.
incredible. You really are. Well, let me tell you now.
I've never heard you give me a compliment to another person.
Oh, that's not true. Also, I'd maybe not do that in front of you. I listen. I blow your
I'd love
horn
to know what
everywhere.
people say about you behind your back, would you?
No.
No?
Couldn't think of anything worse.
Imagine your anxiety then.
Yeah.
You could hear other people. 2 cleaners in there are just fucking just coating you off. I heard them before. They're not. They wouldn't do it while you're in. But I do think that 2 hours is not ideal, but I think you can get through that. God, people move to Australia and you get through it.
The thing is, it's like that kind. It will become a bit of a drag after time. You know, if the relationship is strong, then that's great, but it could have fizzle potential.
I also think though, like especially if you've got busy jobs, right? You've got a busy job. You know, you get home from work, you're knackered. You make yourself something to eat, watch something on telly, and you get back into. You have an early night, read a book, and maybe go to the gym. You can get through that, man, and then see each other on the weekends. Like you can do great things. Go see them on the Friday, Saturday, Sunday. What are you doing? Where do you live? Come to me Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Let's go away for a weekend. It could end up being more fun. And actually, when you live together after that, you'd be like, oh, that was better before. Do you know what I mean?
It's a lovely little surprise.
Ross, Exhibit A over there.
You're about to go through it.
Ross had absolute murder and walked out on day one. Never had a fight with his girlfriend in the whole year.
Exactly right. Give yourself 2 hours distance.
Yeah.
Weekends of bliss.
You say that though, we could never do that.
Yeah, but I think we've gone past the point of no return. We
doesn't sound complimentary.
That's not how I would word the people yet. The sentiment's there.
I know, yeah. Past the point of no return.
I'm stuck now. I can't go back
Is that how
now.
you're describing our 20-year relationship? Fucking bastard.
I worded that incredibly wrong. I meant like we're I don't know, we're in. You know what I mean? Like if I went and moved away now, I don't know. Maybe a week. Yeah, like maybe you would be, yeah. Maybe you would be.
What, maybe a week what?
No, if I went, I could work up for a week away, do you know what I mean? And we'd have phone calls and stuff like that and be fine when I come back.
For just 1 week or every week?
No, just 1 week. Like
she's not going for a week though.
But if I lived 2 hours away, that wouldn't work, would it?
No.
For us. But that's because we've got kids and stuff, I think. I think you can make this work. I'm not giving up on this one.
I hope so, because Paul sounds fabulous.
Yeah. Well, he's into his girlfriend.
The bliss of being 15 minutes away.
Yeah, nice that, isn't it?
That's so nice.
But then just think of the times you'll have, when absence makes the heart grow fonder.
I hope she's good.
So do I. Good luck with it all, Paul.
I think we covered some good things. I think, the moral of the story is mental health is a real thing, whether you're male or female. And, it's good to talk. And we can leave some, websites that people can, and numbers that people can get into contact with if they're feeling alone or if they need someone to talk to. There, Better Help, for example.
Yeah, they've been great, haven't they? Okay. All right. Well, stay tuned, guys. We'll be back next week.